So something small and feline. It's around here, but I can't see it. There's a lot of thicket that we don't clear around Feather's Tail. Two things. One is a problem, one's a blessing. The problem being you can hide in it, animal or man, which we don't like. The blessing being, if you are a man trying to get into Feather's Tail to take the children or whatever these people do when they come, which they have come before, as you know, they can't get through the thicket without making noise and the dog's coming. And the thicket's all thorns and stuff as well, so it's pretty painful. Even if you do get through, you'll get caught out. Your clothes will get caught on it. So, just here, looking. It's gone silent now, probably because I'm talking. But I was just having a thought that 5 kilometers north of here, I was accidentally on a poaching sting for a leopard killer, a man who'd been hunting leopards, trying to sell me the cubs. And south of here, unfortunately, I have a child in the children's fund whose father was killed by a leopard. So 5 kilometers either direction, I've had leopard incidents. And it just crossed my mind that baby leopards are small felines. It's starting to get a bit nervous. Oh dear. But I actually really don't think a leopard would come this close to a pack of 70 dogs. I don't think they would. So I should also make sure all of the Maasai know I'm out here, in case a spear comes flying over that fence. That's one of my worst fears, that an innocent passerby comes to my door with a spear sticking out of his arm or something. Or worse. Or worse still. Okay. Well, back to replying to emails and editing YouTube videos. I wonder if I make this the beginning of a day in the life. Fritzy's not around, lots of time to myself. Probably do some videoing. Lots of flies there. Gosh. Yeah, let's make this the start of a day in the life. Just instead of starting in the morning, we'll start before I go to bed. Okay. Morning guys. So, first thing on my agenda is some fuel in my body, which will look something like a banana smoothie, I think. Well, actually, first thing on the agenda. Say good morning. Hello. Leela, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Leela. Leela is wearing an invention called a drag bag, and drag bag, because she's paraplegic, means she can drag her back end around without creating any grazes on her. So that's a drag bag. Leela. Oh, I love you too.
I've seen people holding on to nothing, broken dreams and broken chords, running on empty, losing sleep. these cracks upon my feet. Walk away.
These are our two latest rescues. This one is Corporal, and this one came yesterday, so I don't think she has a name yet. But this is Achilles' dog now. I think he's got about 4 dogs here at the moment. This is Corporal, and the other two are called Fujo, which is the Swahili word for someone who likes to start fights. And the other one, I can't remember who it is. Happy. The other one is Happy. Ah, okay. Right, breakfast done. Now it's time for me to get a shower. Now, you only have cold showers here in Tanzania. We still haven't been able to afford our solar water heaters for myself as well as the children, that is. So, I've been practicing what modern day persons would call the Wim Hof method for around about 5 years. Because if you jump under a cold shower, you have no option every day but to work out how to make your breathing as such that you don't go freak out whenever you get in there. Come on. If you haven't done Wim Hof, by the way, the Wim Hof method, I strongly advise that you give it a go because it works. It's very good. But it's more of an adaptation to pranic breathing and shamanic breathing as well, but I really like it. It's a really good means. So, right, shower time. So, I'm ready and now heading down to the office. Got some bits to sort out down there, and then, hello hero, then I will be heading to the forest because I want to go and record a video, and I'm still pacing myself and breaking myself back in gently to Tanzania, shall we say. You're going to KCMC. Ali's off to hospital. Why? Who's at hospital?
I'm going to take Sarah.
Ah, okay, sawa.
Yeah.
Sawa, safari njema.
Asante sana.
Haya.
Let you know. Walk away.
Good morning. How are you? You're fine.
Walk away. And I've seen people holding on to something, smiling, there's no place to go. In you I see something so familiar. Oh, my dear friend, so nice to have you home. This all seems unreal, just how far we've come. Look into the mirror, not sure who I want. Walk away from all that you know.
Where are we? David. Mambo. Sema hello. Hello. Did you miss me? Okay, I guess you did. Taratibu. Christina, humble. Taki. Angel, Kaya. Sama si Dai. Monica. This is our office where the Children's Fund, social work, HR, accounting and all the volunteer coordination all goes on in here. And here is our view. Mary always has the messiest desk. Why is that, Mary? Or you're translating Easter cards, I should say. Guys, I'm just down at the office with Tom and we are due to submit our annual report for the NGO to the Tanzanian government. That includes our annual financial report and activity report. And the office is quite quiet, so because one member of staff is out in a meeting with social welfare with the Tanzanian government. So we've got a big job to do, but when these reports are done, because I've never done it yet, I'm going to put them up on the website because I think it's important that we have accountability on this side of the water and the other side. The Charity Commission, because we started the new charity, those reports will go up in April, I believe. So our UK side of things will be public for everyone to see on the Charity Commission, but I'll put the operations in Tanzania up as well, I think, on the website anyway. Boring stuff to do, unfortunately, for Tom. So. Right, now I'm going to go and eat because my banana smoothie just wasn't enough.
Walk away. Slowly we fade, slowly
So guys, sometimes Spirit uses birds regularly in my life to comfort me. Before we were leaving England, I took Fritzy for 2 walks. 2 separate walks. At the very end, we had 2 barn owls fly over the top of us and start hunting in front of us. And it just eased me for my journey ahead. The other walk, again, we had an owl, but only the silhouette of one came flying over the top of our heads. And I don't know what species it was. But before I told Fritzy about all of this, we were in Hamburg. And Fritzy has lived in Hamburg all her life, and I was there with her, and I was feeling very disconnected from Spirit. And we went for a walk to the harbour, and it actually made me worse because it was so industrialised everywhere I looked. And we went through this small patch of trees, and right down in front of us, an eagle in Hamburg swooped down right across the front of where we were walking. And it lifted all my burdens and reminded me that Spirit is everywhere. Mother Nature is dominant, and she hasn't lost yet. Just now, when I was meditating, I had a feeling to open my eyes. I just opened them to see a buzzard flying here, right in front of me, hovering. And I grabbed the camera, and that's what you saw. And again, it's lifted my spirits a little. That and the meditation, of course.
Before she has seen this all before she has slowly fade, slowly fades, slowly.
I'm kind of escaping the bustle of the NGO. Really not ready to go back into work, to be honest. So, and I think the more I distance myself this week, the more important that is for the team to see that I'm serious about not dealing with things that other people can deal with. I'm not going to deal with staff problems. I'm going to deal with salaries and stuff like this. I'm just going to deal with the accountant and the budgets. So I'm spending a week on trial at the moment, distancing myself, shall we say. Right. Do this video. Godoro and Billy. Bye. I've just had some children come, and I know them. The little girl was a child labourer working in a quarry not far from here, and I, with some help of you guys, put a stop to that 3 years ago. But the families here, the way it sometimes works, when they're in extreme poverty like they are, she's now in school. So the families have sisters and aunts and uncles, and they might then send children in, and that's because there's these additional resources. She's getting meals, so on and so forth. So there might be another poor relative somewhere who sent some children. So now there's more children at their house, and they don't have enough mattresses. So they're sleeping on the floor, and so the new children who have come as well, so some of them are sleeping on the floor, so they're alternating, is what I'm trying to say. So she just stopped and asked if it's possible to get a new mattress, or 2 new mattresses actually. So I've said yes, of course, and I shall have it delivered in the next few days. Pretty boring day in the life video for you all, I'm sure. I'm not really doing anything today. I'm just enjoying. Sarah Mambo. Right, back to Feather's Tail. There's always something happening You can't just get a quiet walk to your house without something happening. Anyway, back to Feather's Tail. And I'm going to try and make my video about Easter, or Pasaka, as we call it here in Tanzania. So. This is Winnie. Winnie can climb any fence. She's Besenchi. Might look like a mongrel, but she's actually a breed called Besenchi. African breed. Beautiful little dog. Her sister lives in Hamburg. If anyone ever wants to rehome a dog, you know where you can get some. Okay, nobody's coming out. No. Okay, come on. Leela. Leela. Stop that. You wouldn't think that sweet little dog was so vicious, but that's when she's got food. She's very protective. Okay, come on. In you go. This is my dog, and that's Fritzy's dog. Oh, looks dark. Come on. There we go. In you go, ladies. Right.
Na seria ndio ungemlaza kule mwishoni. Afu ile godoro mbona limewekwa vibaya Mary?
Okay. So it's bedtime at Nora's home in Feather's Tail, where all the special needs kids are. Teo Malvo. Umechoka? Eh? Catherine Mambo. Wewe. No habari. Monica. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as it really helps us to grow the channel and with it help more children here in Tanzania. Also, don't forget you can support our work by sharing with children in crisis here, be it sharing for a particular need or even sharing one-on-one support for education, housing, food and medical care. It can be done for as little as the cost of a cup of coffee a week back in the West after all. Just visit www.sharetanzania.co.uk to find out more. Lastly, remember you can also support us via Patreon, www.patreon.com/featherstail, and help keep us here in Tanzania to continue our work. The links for the website and for the Patreon are in the description box of this video. Love and light, guys. See you soon.